Hi guys, it's Wednesday. My computer tells me so. Okay, so I wanted to talk today about reconnecting with your mission. Hopefully the audio is okay. It sounds echoey to me in my own head. And also I've got a sore throat, so bear with me. So what happened was yesterday we had a team meeting, as we do every Tuesday. And we talked about all the usual things. I know, grown-up business things, right? So we talk about happiness, number one. So Gillian brings the happiness news. So we talk about happiness, which is basically customer service. Is everyone happy? If not, who needs help? If everyone's happy, great. How can we make more of that? So it's a really good temperature check with where the business is at and where the customers are at. So we do happiness, sales, marketing, operations, events, any other business. I think that's, finance and any other business. It's like a proper meeting for proper grown-up people. Anyway, we loosely stay on track. But yesterday we went through all of that and we got really bogged down in the detail of running the 5-day challenge, which is amazing, by the way. Definitely was such a good vibe because we were all fresh for it and we're all ready for it. So it's kind of, we were excited to be back, but the people in there are just so good and just like the best students. Hi. So like doing the things, right? Doing the things. Normally this is headline day today. Normally we're all like in the wall frazzled, but anyway, so far so good. I've seen some great headlines being written, some really good light bulb moments happening, and some just really, I don't know, everyone just seems really nice and polite. I think that's the word. Good vibes, good energy, people getting good results. And we've been sharing our stories in there, and Paul and Holly are doing a secret Zoom hangout today. I don't know anything. I'm not allowed to go. So they're doing a secret Zoom hangout today. Then we've got Zoom hangouts tomorrow. We've obviously got the live wine. So it's just super good vibes. But anyway, back to the meeting. But we got really bogged down in stats, conversions, ambassador calls, tech, marketing, strategy. Like we were so in the, what I would call like in the dirt of the business of like the day to day and the, we need to do this, we need to do that, we need to focus on that, we need to think about that, and then we have conversations about cash flow, conversations about marketing, about team, like business stuff, right? We've got to do that stuff. But at the end, I was like, right, one last question before we go. And everyone's like tired, we've done the whole meeting, it's been a long thing, there's a lot to do, we've created lots of new to-do lists, which is always like brilliant, but quite stressful because everyone's got to go out and do the stuff, right? And I said, like, what is the legacy that we want to leave on the world? I think everyone was like, what? I was like, final question, like, what is this business trying to achieve? What impact is this business going to have on the world after it's gone? What is the legacy that we want to leave? Why are we doing this? Yeah. And everyone was kind of like, well, we want to help 1 million people go from struggle to success. And I was like, yeah, what does that look like? It's like, oh, well, we help all these people for free. We help, particularly single mums get out of like toxic relationships, make people feel empowered. People who've had really good high-flying jobs, help them to replace that income so they have choices around childcare, around relationships, around day-to-day, helping people feel differently about themselves, about their businesses, about the way that they show up in the world, helping people to have more confidence, more pride in what they do, and we just chatted through it, and just the energy changed so much. And everyone was like, oh, we could do this and we could do that. It's like, how are we going to prove it? How are we going to prove we've helped 1 million people? Well, we could do this and we could do that and we could do this. And there was just loads of ideas flying about, and we talked again about the Helen Pritchard Foundation, which will be a charitable arm of the business, the Helen Pritchard Fund, which will be a giving back fund area of the business, and all of that stuff that we put on the agenda at the beginning of the year. And we just got so bogged down in the business of doing the business, right? The business of making money, the business of providing a service, the business of delivering, great content and education, and we've not forgotten about the mission, but we've unfocused a little bit. We'd unfocused from the big mission, and once we all reconnected with it, like magic happens, right? Magic happens, and the energy feels different. I went to bed feeling different. I woke up this morning feeling different, and it's something that I really want you guys to, if you run a business, to go back to that and like, what is the impact when your business is done, whatever reason, when it's gone? What is the legacy your business leaves on the world? What are the big outcomes that you're going to deliver? How are you going to change society for the people that are involved, right? And that is such a great question. So I want you to, I wrote a post about it this morning, but I want you to ask yourselves that question. Not what are my mission and values, right? Because that's almost the easy bit, but what is the actual tangible impact and legacy that you want to leave on the world and on society with your business? If you can really dig deep into that. I had a little moment on the Live with Wine, so last night in the challenge, and you know, and it's not just because, you know, we're in the business of helping people be more successful, right, which has loads of tangible outcomes, and some of them and more intangible outcomes as well, and I talked about those on my post. I could have written all day about it, but you know, I asked Stu the question when he came in from work. Now Stu runs two businesses. One's a woodyard, which is where I am now, living the dream, working in the countryside, and one's a CCTV company. And I said to him, like a tea time chat, you know, comes in from work. Hi, darling, kiss, kiss. Like, you know, how was your day? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, right, Stu, what is the impact on society your business is going to leave when it's gone? What is the change you're going to see in the world? It's going to create in the world. And he didn't even miss a beat. He said, he wasn't like, what are you talking about? He just said, I'm going to leave the world a safer place. I was like, oh, God. Stop. Like, this is why he's my dream guy, right? Because I was like, oh, what? He didn't even question me. He just answered the question. And we didn't even talk about the woodyard, but thinking about it, and we talked about that later on, you know, all the good chat, Stu and I, was, you know, the woodyard leaves the world a better place, right? By creating incredible spaces for people and families to have experiences. Yeah. It's not about the decking. It's about the connection and the energy and the experiences that people have sat on that decking, reconnecting families, celebrations, you know, with the children, with their friends. You know, magic happens in people's gardens, right? So I'm just feeling it today, guys. I'm just feeling that energy, and everybody's business has an impact, a positive impact in the world, and we all want to do good things and we want to help people. And when I wrote that post, it was really interesting because my helping headline, which is obviously the theme of the day in the challenge today, you know, helping XYZ achieve XYZ by XYZ. So like, how are you going to have that impact? Who are you going to impact? What is the outcomes going to be? And how are you going to deliver it, right? In the business, thinking about your business, not you. You know, and helping 1 million people go from struggle to success by, what did I support? Like education, by business, education, entertainment, and empowerment, or something like that. And just, that's the big mission, right? That's the big statement. But then if you break it down into the micro, which I sort of really dug deep and wrote down, like that's how I started this morning, right? In my gold journal. You know, how am I going to improve society? Like financial freedom for women, children having happy parents, children feeling safe, paying for children's education, being able to afford school shoes, parents sleeping better. And I just kind of went from there, really. But then when you actually go into that, what does that actually mean? You can write that sentence in different ways. Like, so helping one person go from not being able to afford school shoes or worrying about being able to afford school shoes to never having to look at the petrol pump again, by teaching them how to start a business, by use their expertise to start an online business for free. So we help that one person for free, and they go and say, I'm doing a guest expert about the £99 thing, right, in about half an hour. Somebody could watch that and create a £99 thing, put it out to the world, make £100, and they've gone from, for free from me, they've gone from, I didn't know how I was going to afford those school shoes, to I can buy those school shoes for like 50 quid or whatever. And this is the thing, right? And I can go to the petrol station and fill my car without thinking about it, right? That's a big impact. That's the tangible impact for one person that the work that I'm doing today can do. And my business is built on the fact that the people who today, we open the bonuses in the 5-day challenge day for the LinkedIn mastermind, right? So the people who invest today, and they will, you know, we know this, people will invest today. So the people who invest today into the LinkedIn mastermind, and they pay us £997, which is a huge investment. and they pay us back the other £1,000 when they make it back, right? But they give us the 997, yeah? That money, that's the money that runs the business, right? So for all the people that invest, say 100 people invest this week, puts 100 grand into the business, which means that pays for my wages, Holly's, Abby's, well, probably doesn't, we all add it all together, but you know what I mean? That money goes towards everyone's wages for the next few months, right? So it's me, Holly, Abby, Gillian, and all the other people behind the scenes, right? So 100 people buy today, 100 people buy tomorrow, whatever, however the maths stack up. But that money goes put into the business so we can do more of this stuff for free. And that's how the business works. So the people who are already able and willing and excited to invest in themselves and their businesses, to work with us as a team on a deeper level and come into our programs, the business mastermind, the LinkedIn mastermind, or even the people who invest 99, we've got a £99 thing, I don't know if we have anymore, may say £150 into the business clarity workbook, or somebody, £99 to come into the £99 thing world, or they invest £27 into the 27 steps, right? Whatever the amount is, somebody might invest, thousands of pounds to work with me on a one-to-one, £1,000 to be in something like the Catalyst, right? The people who do invest, whether it's £27 up to 27 grand, right? I think that's probably about the kind of the ladder of investment to work with us as a business, right? So all those people, whether it is £27 or 27 grand, that's the investment they make into the business, so that we, me, Holly, Abby, Gillian, all the ambassadors, all the other people that are involved in the business, all the freelancers, can keep providing all of the training that we do for free. Education, entertainment, empowerment. Right, there are 3 things. Because we want business training to be fun, right? It's not boring, right? We want it to be fun, interesting, engaging, people to enjoy it, feel part of a community, whether they invest or not, right? But the people who we're helping for free, and it's such a gift for us because, so for example, I was recently in The Sun, in The Sun magazine, fabulous magazine. It told my story of going from being in 90 grand in debt to running £1 million business, right? And not all of it was 100% accurate, but hey, it's the media, right? But that was basically the story. It's a true story, it's my story. And what happened off the back of that was that I got multiple messages in my Instagram DMs, in my Facebook DMs, in our emails, and people messaging us the website from women, and it was really challenging. It's really hard to read in a lot of ways, but people basically, big long messages. I'm sat here, I'm tears are running down my face. I've read your story. I'm exactly where you were, and I feel like now there's hope, and I can, if you can do it, then maybe I can do it. Is there anything you can do to help me? And the greatest gift my business has ever given me is the ability for me to reply to those people and say, yes, we can help you. Thanks, Holly. We can help you for free. Yeah, we can help you for free. We have all of these resources. One of them was, I think she used to be a physio? And then she's had her children, and then all these bad things had happened. Anyway, and I was like, well, you can help people with this, this, and this. Oh, that I know. She was used to be working care, and now she couldn't do something else. And I was like, well, you could do this as a £99 thing, basically help people who were unsure about how to buy care for their parents, right? And she was like, how do you even think like this? And I was like, I don't know, I just think like this. But how we can help you is not just by giving you the idea, is we can help you on a practical level as well. So here you go. Here's a link to the £99 thing training webinar, right? It's completely free. Just go and watch it, and it'll show you how to set up a £99 thing, right? And then once you've set that up, watch the LinkedIn webinar. So it'll show you exactly how to use LinkedIn to go and get some leads for your new £99 thing. And then when you've watched that, watch the Business Clarity in a Day, or Business Clarity webinar. It's completely free. Go and watch that. And that'll show you more about how to set up, position yourself and price yourself, and value, joy, profit, and ideal client avatar, and selling one thing to one person. Go and watch all of those things, and you'll be able to go and make some money now. And what a gift that I was able to do that, yeah? But if people weren't investing in the business by buying the LinkedIn Mastermind or buying the £27 things, we wouldn't be able to do that, right? We wouldn't have those resources, wouldn't have had all the people to create those resources. Holly doing all the marketing, G doing the branding, Abby doing the operations, me having the ability and the time to show up, right? Because I don't trade my time for money. People buy into my courses and programs, right? Which gives me more time to do more stuff for free. So every guest expert that I do, every podcast that I'm on, every bit of content I do like this, every webinar that I do that's all recorded and people can watch for free, every time we post anything in our free group, which got 20,000 people in nearly, every time I turn up on Clubhouse and do some training or get on a stage or do a hot seat, every time we do something free, I know, because they tell us, somebody somewhere gets something out of it and they go and take the action. We talked last night about the impact that this has, and we had a really lovely chat last night. Everyone who's in my world, who's been in my world for a while, I've helped them in some way. And I've helped them whether it's just thinking differently, whether it's like having a light bulb moment, whether it's actually taking some action, because that's probably what I'm known for, like getting people to actually take some action, whether it's doing something like this, right? The 30-day video challenge, where they're like, all right, I'll do it. If Helen's doing it, I'll do it. And they'll get a result from it, right? So it all builds, and it's kind of, part of me sometimes gets overwhelmed, when I go on a live and 100 people show up and I'm like, these people, I'm beaming into these people's houses, they're, they want me to help them, but it's always worthwhile. But I couldn't do that for free if people didn't invest in the business. So it's just a beautiful ecosystem, and the mission, we'll get to our mission faster, to help 1 million people faster, the more people that invest. So the more people that invest in something like the LinkedIn Mastermind or the Business Mastermind or anything that we do, sleep better at night knowing you're helping people for free who are just those few steps behind you, who can't actually afford to invest right now. People like 10 years ago me, who are in debt, who are in circumstances beyond their control, who are feeling completely stuck and overwhelmed and just they can't see a way out. Like, we can give them a way out. The mountain is big to climb, and I know this from being in massive debt, I know this from starting businesses. It's a big mountain to climb, but what we can do, what we are in the privilege to do as a business at Helen Pritchard Online, is we can give people the first steps, and they can take those steps and they can just get a foothold in the mountain, and then they can start to move things forward. Fundamentally, we can provide community for them. They know that we believe in them, and we can provide help for them, and hopefully make it fun along the way, right? That's the part of it. It's not boring, serious training and courses. It is a bit of fun. We do have fun with it. We're very connected to our joy, and we make things as fun as possible. But it's just yesterday's meeting, I'm really reconnecting with the mission, starting to talk about it more publicly again, writing it down internally, talking about it internally, talking about it externally, helping other people get connected with their mission. This feels right. This feels like a turning point in the business again, to come away from the day-to-day operations. Obviously that stuff's got to happen to make more happen, to have the impact. But actually, I said yesterday, if we focus on the impact, the money happens. And that's the way. The money creates the impact, but the impact creates the money. So it's beautiful. It's like, thank you, Katie. I love the way that we run the business, and I love our mission. And I was inspired by the way the team changed their energy yesterday, and really enjoyed the 5-day challenge live with Wine last night. I feel emotional. We're emotional, almost with gratitude for everything that we've got in the business, for the people that are associated. I always say friends of the business, people who support us. Every time you comment on something, you share something, whether you do it for the love of it, whether you do it to help more people, it's all helping us have a bigger impact. I'm on a mission to become the poster girl for female entrepreneurship in the UK. I want to get mainstream famous. I want to be on Phil and Holly's couch talking about this stuff, because I think there's 1 billion people who don't know this stuff exists. When I say this stuff, as in the online space. It's Stu. Hi, darling.
Hi.
You okay?
Yeah.
So that was it, really. I wanted to hear more about your missions. Let me know in the comments. You can use the hashtag mission if you want. If you want to share this, I'd really appreciate it. As always, share the love. If you want to join in with a 30-day video challenge, you can still join in late. It's fine. You can just start on day 8 and do the rest of the days, more days than you would have done if you'd never started, right? So if you have missed a day, do 2. I've done 2 videos today, even though I've not missed a day. So I'm doing more than 30 days, more than 30 videos, but I'm doing something every single day this month in September, because even I lose momentum here and there. Right, lots of love. Have a great day. Bye, guys.